Hello everyone, a warm welcome to you all from SGT University. I am Ms. Vidushi Narayan of Microbiology Department from Faculty of Allied Health Sciences. Today we will be learning about the structure and function of immune cells. We will start by knowing what are immune cells. Immune cells are the specialized cells of body which provide protection against disease through different mechanisms. A successful immune response to a pathogen depends on finely choreographed interactions among diverse cell types. So first type of cells are innate immune cells that mount a first-line defense against pathogen. The second type of cells are antigen-presenting cells that communicate the infection to lymphoid cells, and the third one are mammary cells which prevent the future infections. Let's come to the types of immune cells. First one is stem cell, then T cell, B cell, natural killer cells, macrophages, neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, mast cells, and dendritic cells. Let's start with the structure and function of stem cells. Stem cells are unspecialized cells. They have the ability to regenerate and to differentiate into all cell types. They can divide and renew themselves for long period of time. They can replace dying, old, or damaged cells. Stem cells share a few common structure: a cell membrane, which is a lipid bilayer, cytoplasm, which is a liquid broth inside the cell, a nucleus, which contains all the cell's genetic information stored as DNA. Now, the functions of stem cells are: they provide new cells for the body as it grows and replace specialized cells that are damaged or lost. They can divide over and over again to produce new cells. As they divide, they can change into the other cell that make up the body. Now, the next type of cells are T cells. They are named so because of their maturation in the thymus. T cell is a type of lymphocyte that develops in the thymus gland and plays central role in immune response. They have T cell receptor on cell surface, and it is a transmembrane heterodimer which is having either an alpha and beta chain or gamma and delta chain, linked by disulfide bond with complementary determining regions. They originate in the bone marrow and multiply in thymus and differentiate into helper T cells, regulatory T cells, and cytotoxic T cells, or become mammary cells. T helper cell secretes cytokines and stimulate B cells. Regulatory T cells control immune reactions. Cytotoxic T cells bind to and kill infected cells and cancer cells. Now let's start with B cells. B cells are named so because of their production and maturation in bone marrow, but for further maturation they travel to the spleen. The structure of B cell is as: they have antigen binding and transmembrane immunoglobulin in complex with two transmembranes polypeptides containing immunoreceptor. They invade pathogens. They make Y-shaped proteins typically known as antibodies. They perform role of antigen presenting cells, and they develop into mammary B cells after activation by antigen interaction. Now the next type of cells are natural killer cells, which is a type of lymphocyte. They are the component of innate immune system. They are cytotoxic in nature and they have small granules in their cytoplasm which contains proteins and proteases. They kill viral infected cells, protect and control early signs of cancer and also protect against disease. The next type of cells are macrophages, which are large WBCs. Their shape varies depending upon the tissue in which they reside. They locate microscopic foreign bodies and eat them. They carry out phagocytosis. They engulf particles and digest them. The next type of cells are neutrophils, which are also a part of white blood cells. They have multilobed nucleus with 3 to 5 lobes joined by strands to genetic material. Their cytoplasm contains numerous of purplish granules called azurophilic or primary granules that contain microbicidal agents. They heal damaged tissues and resolve infection. They are involved in sensing of signals. They are the first cells to migrate to the site of infection to kill the invading microbe. Now let's come to the eosinophils. They are the specialized cells of immune system. They also have a bilobed nucleus and their cytoplasm is filled with approximately 200 large granules containing enzymes and proteins with different functions. They move to inflamed areas, they trap substances, they kill cells and perform antiparasitic and bactericidal activity. They also participate in immediate allergic reactions and modulate inflammatory responses. Now, let's start with basophils. Basophils are necessary for immune system's natural response to invaders such as infectious germs. They contain large cytoplasmic granules which obscure the cell nucleus under the microscope when stained. And when unstained, nucleus is visible having 2 lobes. Their function involves as they prevent blood clotting because they contain heparin, which is naturally occurring blood thinning substance, and they also mediate allergic reactions. The next type of cells are mast cells. They are also known as mastocyte or labrocyte. They are the migrant cell of the connective tissue. They are the bone marrow derived cells that occur in the normal dermis in small numbers, and they are oval to spindle in shape with centrally located round to oval nucleus. They contain numerous granules in their cytoplasm. Their function involves protection. They are involved in wound healing, angiogenesis, and immune tolerance. They also provide defense against the pathogen. Now the next and last type of cells are dendritic cells, which are the antigen presenting cells of immune system. They are also known as accessory cells, and they are large, motile, and weakly phagocytic antigen presenting cells. They possess different elongated pseudopodia, and their function involves they process the antigen material and present it on the cell surface to T cells. They act as messenger between the innate and the adaptive immune system. They induce naive T cell activation and effector differentiation. In today's class, we have learned how immune cells respond to foreign pathogens and help in combating the disease. In next class, we will be learning about the structure and function of immune organs. Till then, keep learning, keep growing, stay healthy, stay safe. See you next time.